Office. It was, I think, a very, comfortable match. Obviously, I knew I was playing dangerous opponent. Marcus is always very dangerous, especially on grass. He's done well here in the past, so yeah, I just felt that I was just playing good tennis, very focused, composed, and calm in the same time. And I was doing everything the right way. I felt I was taking the right decisions. Serve was going in a good way. My forehand was working well. I kept the ball low, and I was just using every opportunity I can to either break him or or look after my game.
Hi, with the junior draw coming out today, and you as a former champion, I wonder what
Oh, yeah.
message you had for the guys and girls coming, starting their campaign.
Today's, I think, the year that
So
today, yeah, exactly.
So
Wow.
what would you say to them, and how did that sort of set you up from in the past 9 years?
Well, it's what kind of advice I can give. I wouldn't be the best giving advice right now, knowing how I was back then. So I wouldn't go there. But yeah, I think when you step out of the grounds of Wimbledon, it's just you feel that respect, you feel that heritage, you feel the history and all that. And for me, winning here, what was it, 9 years ago?
Afraid so, yeah, sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Yeah, winning 9 years ago was one of my greatest memories that I've ever had. That's winning that final on court one was really special to me, and definitely one of my my highlights of my career. I've won different matches, different tournaments, especially now at the on tour level, but I think what I had to go through back then was way more, in a way more emotional. It meant a lot to me, to my country. So yeah, I think advice, I think you should, as soon as you get out here on the court, you try to find your own grounds and try to create your own person. And this is because those kind of moments, I think those years in your career like define a little bit how you're going to be and who you want to be.
Thank you.
So you won on a diving volley. You've ever won a match a better way?
I don't think so. I remember when I was a junior, I played a few matches that I finished similar, but today was I didn't expect him to get that last ball, that's for sure. I knew I had to cover the line, but I was like, come on, the ball was so low, and it's just that moment. That's how it is, and this is where I feel I can count a lot on sort of my shots, and you improvise, and the last point was just great.
You have a lot of experience here, having done well, how the court changes, the grass court changes as the event goes on. You get the brown in there. What's it like? Is it different bounces? How do you
absolutely.
feel about it?
Well, I think, I hit on the courts, I think, way before Wimbledon started, and I kind of felt how the courts are gonna play out. It also really depends a little bit on the weather, and I think the past weeks was pretty sunny and warm. During the week of Queens was really hot, and I think the courts, I think, in a great condition so far. But yeah, you just need to adjust. That's why I think grass so much, because it's not only how the grass will play or how if the balls are soft or hard from the previous year maybe, or you need to adjust about against the opponents and everything like that. So for me, it's I find it very kind of easy to adapt and to adjust. So yeah, so far it seems like everything is going the right way, and that's all I can ask for.
What's the difference in the spot that is like brownish, not the grass isn't there
It
anymore?
gets a bit faster. And sometimes when you need to kind of push through in a quick movement, you got to be a little bit more cautious. So that means you got to stay a bit lower because it might get a bit slippery.
With four guys having dominated the majors for as long as they have, and you witnessing it first before you were on the tour and then since, what would you say you've learned maybe from each of those four guys, or perhaps admired from each of those guys?
I think all four of them have a lot of kind of similarities in terms of, you know, mental aspect and the way they play the game, the way they see the game. I've watched obviously a lot of all the finals and all the sort of big matches that we like to call, and I mean I cannot name one thing in particular. If you ask me to name one thing in particular, I cannot. It's just each one of them has, you know, have their own kind of, you know, go-to play, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, for example, you know, Roger likes to, you know, play serve and volley in certain moments. Novak likes to hit that return on, you know, that, you know, he's gonna wait for the return there. You know, he's gonna make it. You know, Andy tries to, you know, kind of stay in the point and use every opportunity that he has as soon as you're into the point. So there's just so many different things that all of them are doing well. So yeah, I think just watching from outside, I can just really kind of pick their brain a little bit and see where they go on big points, and those are just details that I feel that I think I've learned a lot from outside watching, and obviously every time that I'm against them, I'll try to play, you know, the right way.
Your next opponent is something of a surprise. John Isner just lost. He was 1 foot and an inch taller than his opponent, who's 5'9". What have you seen in the way Judy Sella plays, and what sort of challenge does he present for you?
I mean, yeah, he beat John on grass. I mean, this is I mean, obviously he's doing something right. He's playing really well. That's I don't need to. I mean, I'm not allowed to underestimate the, you know, the opponent or whatever. I mean, that's a hell of an effort for sure. Like for him to beat John. I saw a little bit of the last game of the match, and yeah, he's just playing well. So yeah, for sure it's gonna be a tough match. There's nothing. There's no way that I can just predict what's gonna happen right now.
Grigor, we're past the days when people talk about you being the next Roger and all that stuff, but because you have a one-handed backhand, and can you watch him on grass here, and there are things about the way he plays here that can help you because your games are reasonably similar?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but in the same time, no. I mean, I think we move a little bit different. Like, for example, I slide and he doesn't. You know, I can give you like so many like differences in our game and all that, but yes, I think I can see maybe some of the plays that he does more than how he's hitting the shot or something like that. But I think for me it stops right there. Yeah, again, I love to watch whoever those guys are playing. It's, you know, it's just magnificent time for me. Every time I'm in front of the TV, I'm always watching it because it's interesting, and you can see also maybe on the tight, as I said, on the tight points where they're gonna go, how they're gonna serve, how they think, and yeah, there's a lot to learn.
So I think you did a trick shot behind the back, and you did the splits a couple of times, and the diving volley. Do you think you're the biggest showman at Wimbledon?
Well, I don't know. It's up to you for you guys to determine that. But the one behind the back, I thought the ball was out, so I just kept on walking to the chair, and luckily nobody said anything. So.
Well, you won the point anyway.
Yeah. I mean, but that was pure luck that I won the point. But you know, today on days like that, you just take everything as it is and just put it behind.
How much do you enjoy the other showmen? Who are your favorite showmen among the men?
Yeah. Gail is doing a great job with that. Of course, when Nick is at his best, it's pretty amazing to watch the stuff he does on the court. I mean, I think quite a few players are pretty crafty, and I think nowadays I feel like everybody has improved so much overall. So you never know who's gonna make the best shot right now. And I mean, it's not a competition for that, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty nice when, I mean, whoever does it, I think it's pretty amazing to watch it, and it just shows you how nice, how cool the sport is sometimes.
Any other questions?
A couple of questions in Bulgarian, please.
Can we do them in English, if you wouldn't mind?
Sure. Actually, quite similar to the previous question, there were some rather theatrical moments out there today, like you did the splits and the last winning volley. Do these come naturally to you, or was it because today were you more relaxed because the match was going well?
Well, the diving volley, there's nothing else you can do. You dive and you pray. I mean, I don't think of those. Honestly, I don't think of those shots. And as I said, when they come to the match, they come at the right time. That's what I like to say. And they come pretty natural. Whether it's for me or whoever else, I think. That's the beauty of it. You never know when those opportunities will present themselves.
And also today is the anniversary of your junior win here in 2008. Do you often think about that moment, and also does it give you confidence, or does it put more pressure on you?
Definitely pressure. I mean, how cool is this? I won Wimbledon 9 years ago. It's a junior though. Well, my goal is to win, Wimbledon now. So that's what's in front of me. And every time I go to actually practice at Orangi, I always see the board out there and I see my name. And every year I take a picture, and every year my coach goes, "Grigor, you take the same picture every single year." I'm like, I don't know. I thought it's cool. So hopefully I can come back one day here and take a picture on that side.
Did you ever, play on grass when you grew up? And if not, when you first did this, did you fall in love with it right away? Or?
Yeah, I think the first time I hit on grass was maybe the year before, I believe. But I always I felt comfortable on it, and I never thought about, oh my God, it's grass. I need to do something else or something different. No, just keep on working. And just like every surface, just keep on working, stay humble, be hungry for every point, every tournament, every match that you gotta play, and yeah, give 100% from yourself every single day, whether it's a match or a practice, and how the cards would unfold. Wait and see.
Grigor, just come out of a press conference with Gail, and he was saying that his movement on grass, he has to think about it too much, and that's why he doesn't like it. But for you, it seems more instinctive. The way you move on grass seems instinctive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, I don't think of the same thing when I do certain shots. I don't really think about it. They just come to me natural. And as soon as I actually get on the grass court, I don't think about how I'm gonna move, or oh my God, I need to make sure that I put the right foot in front of the left or something like that. No, definitely not. So yeah, when things are coming natural, I think it makes things easier, and yeah, you focus more on your game and what's the obstacle in front of you.
We have time for one last question, just a quick one. Okay.
Considering Nadal's, much different style than a lot of other guys, does it make sense that he's been good on this stuff? It's
course.
Interesting to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no. I mean, this guy has proven himself more than. I mean, I feel more than anybody. I mean, he basically adapted his game to win Wimbledon. If you guys disagree with me, please. But I think he just adapted his game to win Wimbledon, and he keeps improving. You see him every day on the court, whether he works on his serve or, I notice these things every time I see him out there, and I see what he's working on, and it shows. So yeah, I'm zero surprised.
Grigor, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much indeed,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you so much.